Yo, what is going on, man? This is DJ Baez, and this is my co-host, Ed, and this is the Steagles podcast. We're here to talk about a couple things, man. We're so excited again. Football's on.
Back at it again.
Week 3's done. Week 4 is beginning. We're going to talk about our Week 3, what we said was going to happen and what did happen. And then we're going to let you guys know what we think is going to happen in Week 4. And then we're also going to be bringing up our comments from our fans on our Facebook page. I appreciate all the support. Again, we appreciate all the interactions. We will continue to bring up these comments up and hopefully have you guys on at some point, because that would be the goal at the end of the day. But yes, man, you know what time it is, man. This is the Steagles podcast where we talk about
all Steelers,
all Eagles, all NFL. Come on, let's go. All right, man. So first of all, I don't even know where to start. Week number 3. A lot of games on.
Let's talk about the games that really matter.
What's is up? Obviously your game and my game because right. So you want me to
talk about the funny stuff that happened around the NFL because a lot of funny stuff.
There was a lot of funny.
And
by funny I mean like 70. You might as well start there. We might as well start there real quick. We have to 70-20. I know that Dolphins Broncos. Like, I know that's crazy, bro. Like, last time that was done was 1966. And in 1966, I believe it was the Redskins beat the Giants 72-14.
Nah, Broncos, it's a disgrace. It's a disgrace. Like, here's the thing. Coach is talking trash about some other coaches, saying that he's never seen a job like that. Basically talking trash about the Jets, right?
And to be specific, guys, he's talking about Sean Payton, talking about Nathaniel Hackett and what he did last year as the Broncos head coach.
So he's talking trash about what happened there last year, and then this happened. Bro, I haven't seen anything more embarrassing than this in a minute in any sport. What do you think about that?
I think his comments came back to bite him in the ass.
Dang.
That's why you don't talk shit.
Quick. But they still don't know this? Like, how do we still make these dumb mistakes like that?
I don't know,
like,
bro. I mean, this is the first time I've seen coaches like go at each other like that. Like I haven't seen that like that before. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that the coaches went at it and then they had the chance to go out there, he had a chance to not go out there and do better than this guy do. And how can you do worse than Nathaniel Hackett last year, right? Well, you lose by 50. That's why. That's how.
Yeah, that was worse.
Right?
That was worse than anything. But listen, it's so bad. This is the Steagles podcast, and look what we're talking about. We had
to start off with the 50-point dub.
Come on, yeah. So
wow, but you know what? Let's stop talking about how bad the Broncos are. How good the Dolphins look.
Man, here's the thing: who have they played? So they are looking good.
Great question.
They haven't played great teams, so we're gonna find out at some point, but. And here's the only thing I'm going to say. They didn't have Waddle, right? Waddle was out?
Waddle's out. Waddle hasn't played yet. I don't think so.
So another game that he's not playing, and they're looking like they don't need.
So
like they don't need him. So
you said who they played? They played the Chargers.
Trash.
What?
Come on, man.
Hold on.
Bro,
Did you know?
I'm only picking them every time to win because I picked them to get the wild card and because Herbert supposedly is a really good player.
Okay.
Great talent. So I always pick them thinking they have good players on offense. They're pretty good, decent team. So I always pick them, but they have consistently.
They let you down. But I'll tell you who's not letting you down. The guy you just said, Herbert. He's thrown for 7 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. He has over 1,000 yards already. Like he's completed his passes at like 71%.
So you're gonna give it to him.
What I'm saying is. He's playing MVP type of ball. His team needs to wake the hell up.
Okay.
His coaches, that new guy that came over from Dallas, the offensive coordinator, that's the offensive coordinator for the Chargers now. They need to. They're obviously doing a great job, but like everybody there needs to. They need to step it up a notch and do what they got to do
better
because he's doing his job.
Well, we'll see. We'll see how that goes.
They play the Patriots
next, right?
Right, Eagles kind of struggle a little bit with the Patriots. So Patriots aren't necessarily the bottom of the barrel, right? We're gonna say Patriots are probably average. Would you say that?
Yes.
Okay.
Now we're getting ahead of
and then 70 to 20.
Yeah, let's move on. Yeah, the Broncos.
I don't even want to talk about the Broncos. Why are we bringing them back up? If we're done, we're done. We're done Broncos. We told you Dolphins. They had
Talking
4
too much for
offensive
nothing.
players doing a lot. Like they had like the running back had like 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. The other one had over 100 yards. Wide receiver over 100 yards.
They're looking crazy.
What's his name throwing for like 400 yards? It was a crazy game.
I
Man.
think it's about that time. It's about that time. You know what needs to happen, right?
What?
Like Tupac said, you gotta hit him up. You gotta hit him up. You gotta bring the blitz.
Yeah.
You gotta press them people. You gotta Tua, get ready.
Yeah.
Get ready because that's the only way you're gonna stop this. You gotta hit him up. You gotta hit him up. Well, we don't promote violence.
No, definitely not.
But,
only on the field.
You know
but
what
not,
I mean by hit him up?
Yeah,
hit him up,
of course. But yeah, so that right there, we're gonna leave it right there. I feel like enough is said. When you lose by 50, that's enough. Like they gotta do better. Boom. Either way,
we always wait. We try to wait to call the trash of the week.
Yeah.
For later in the show, but we don't even have to.
And we will bring the Broncos up again later towards the end, obviously because of predictions for week 4. But we'll see.
Let's move on. We need something positive.
So okay, what else happened that week? In week 3, Eagles played the Bucks.
Right.
I predicted they were going to win like 34-14 or something like that by 20. But before that, I believe on the last episode, I said that they were going to win by at least 2 touchdowns. I did say that, and then I went on Facebook and commented because you know how it is. The game's about to come on, and my blood was rushing, so I said, you know what, we're gonna win by 20 this time instead of just 2 touchdowns. So I got ahead of myself, but we did win by 2 touchdowns. It was 25-11.
Right,
and I still feel like the Eagles they're not struggling. I feel like they're adjusting to these exotic looks that defenses are giving them because they have a year of tape now of being able to watch them and see what they do on offense, right? So now we're trying, instead of us going out there and trying to run our offense, we're trying to figure out how the defense is affecting, what kind of defense they're running. So now we're adjusting, right? So as I seen during the game,
now you're being hunted.
Yeah,
too. Like now everybody's really studying you.
They are, and we're getting everybody's best shot. Why? Because we just came from the Super Bowl. We lost, but we were coming from the Super Bowl. We had the NFC champ. So now everybody's trying to give us their best shot, which I understand it, and I want that. 100%. But I feel like in the game, I did see the strides where we were, where we were making some really good progression. Obviously, we're not there. We're not where we need to be. We're not playing Super Bowl type of football, and I don't think anybody is. Maybe only the Dolphins, but you don't want to be peaking too early in the season.
Nobody is.
If there's anything, you don't want to peak too early because you peak too early, that might be a problem when the playoffs come around.
Right.
So, but offensively, I feel like we did good. We had over 400 yards total offense, so I feel like any other team would take that. That's like a really good game for us. Yeah. Eagles got high standards, so I feel like that's why people are saying we're not playing that well. But really, we had a really good game. And then enough with offense. Our defense, immaculate, bro.
Okay.
Jalen Carter.
Game changer.
Game changer. He is playing 25 snaps a game, and he is putting up numbers as if he was playing the full game.
Right.
Which is crazy, and he's just dominant. He's so dominant, bro. Like I don't even know how.
Everybody's talking about him. Everybody's talking about him. Everybody can tell he's a difference maker.
And I still hold this. I said before the season started, I said Jalen Carter. There was a post that said he might win Rookie Defensive Player of the Year. I said, yeah, he'll win that. He's gonna win that, but take the rookie part out. Okay. He's gonna win the Defensive Player of the Year. That's how I felt. As soon as they unleash him and they let him play full starter snaps, I feel like he's that good. Respectfully, he's TJ Watt good.
Okay. Like here's the thing: having great players around you, that helps too. So you
got Fletcher Cox.
You're not gonna have just a bum. You're not gonna have the best O-line against you because there's a lot of other players that are that they need to worry about. So
of course,
he's not only a great player. He's in a great situation and a great system. So yes, he is gonna be dominant. When he caused that fumble, that was the key play. Because even though Baker threw an interception, right? And then you guys threw an interception, right? So you stop them, and then you give the ball back, and then he gets that fumble.
He gets the ball,
right?
Yeah.
And then even though you only get 3 points. From there, everything changed.
I remember we threw that pick at the 1 yard line and our defense, bro. Oh my God, our defense. But
that was in the second half, right?
This was the second half. I believe it was the second half. Yeah, I think it was second half. Yeah.
Okay.
But regardless of what half it was, the fact was we looked so dominant at that 1 yard line.
Right.
Why did they try to run the ball? They should have did a quick game. I mean, like, let me give you some quick defensive stats for the Eagles this year so far, right? Our defense is we're number 1 in yards allowed per game right now. In 3 games altogether, we've allowed 145 yards. That's not even going up and down the field twice. All right.
Okay.
So that means we're only allowing 48.3 yards per game. You feel me? Like that's, bro. They're not even rushing half of the field. Right. That's crazy. That's crazy. But there's other 2 teams out there that are doing really good too. And I gotta give them a quick shout out. The Browns and the Niners, bro. They're when it comes to the run, nobody's trying to run against us, bro.
But the Niners been like that. They've been like that for a minute. Yeah. Like been like that.
And teams are game planning to not run against us, in my opinion, because from the research I was doing, I love my numbers. From the research I was doing, out of the 3 games, 3 teams, they've only tried to run the ball 43 times. That means that's only 14.3 times per game they're running the ball. How many snaps are in their game? Maybe 60?
Wow.
So you're taking
they're not trying to run.
25% of you're only running the ball 25 to 75. You know what I mean? Right. The ratio. So that means you're throwing the ball 75% of the time. That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. And of course, the other 2 teams that they're not running against is the Niners and the Browns. Like these 3 teams, when it comes to stopping the run, look good. This was not the conversation last year for the Eagles. Right. That was our weakness last year.
Right.
And what do we do in the offseason? We address it. And now look at us.
Honestly, I think that you guys are good in most areas. Like your running game looking solid, special teams.
I got stats for that too.
You know what I'm saying? Like your defense, like you're saying, on the O-line. Yeah. O-line is pretty good, and like I always said,
the best in the league, if you ask me.
O-line is great, so you have a lot of great players in a lot of different areas. So honestly, you guys are in a good situation.
Yeah, I want to ask you one question. I got two or three more things to hit on the Eagles before we move on over. But one more defensive stat: we're first in forced fumble with 8. In 3 games, we forced 8 fumbles. That means that we're forcing almost 3 fumbles a game.
Right.
That's turnovers. That's opportunities.
That's how you win the games.
Yes.
Turnovers.
And almost an interception per game. A little under almost 1 interception per game. So Slay got that one where he caught it, touchdown, against I think it was it the Jets or not the Jets? I'm sorry. It was the Vikings. I'm not sure. I'm not sure which game it was. I don't know. Maybe it was first the Patriots, I think. And then Blankenship got one last game. Those are the only 2 picks we got. And we also returned what was it? We got 5 recovered. We forced 8 of them and recovered 5 of them. All right. And then as far as rushing the ball for us, we're top 2 in attempts. So like we're really rushing the ball. Like
and you got a lot of players
focusing.
That can run.
And I thought, in my opinion, like we're not running enough, right? Because you see DeAndre Swift back there. I think the problem is we're not running it enough with the right
jumping
person.
Over people and stuff. Like y'all looking crazy.
With all due respect, guys, Eagle fans, y'all need y'all to tell me, would you in that moment in the game, it was 4th and 2, and they brought Kenny Gainwell back in to take a 4th and 2 snap and run the ball, and they didn't get it. Would you guys have put Gainwell in there, or would you have given it to Swift? I'm pretty sure I know the answer, but I didn't understand that call there. I think they were just trying to make him happy, trying to keep the backs happy because, it's pretty obvious that DeAndre Swift is way better. Right. Like, way better, right? So that, and then my question to you, the last thing on the Eagles, should the play be legal or should the play be illegal? And do you think it's the players that make it dominant or the play that's dominant?
So I don't think that it should be illegal because if what you have to do is to stop it. If you cannot deal with it, then you got to stop it. You got to find a way. Yeah. The other thing is, if it's illegal, that's up to the NFL to decide at some point, not right now. They cannot be like, okay, you cannot do this now because that's going to look super weak. Yeah. And it's going to be
unfair. Going to be like, they're like if you're trying to cater everybody else and give them.
Yeah, it's just straight hate.
Yeah. It's illegal play.
And it's an unfair. It will be unfair for the Eagles. But the other question about if it's the play or the players, like you don't see anybody else running that. You don't see a lot of people doing it effectively and efficiently at any level. So that tells you that it's not the play that is effective. If the play was effective, more people would
try to run it. Yeah.
They don't do it because they don't have the players.
They don't have the players.
They don't have the players to run the play. So you need a good O-line and you need a good quarterback. Not everybody can run that. Somebody's going to get hurt. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Or they're going to stop it. Yeah. And at some point, there's going to be a team that is going to stop it because there's probably a way to stop it.
But you know what's the thing? So I heard. This is funny because you know about y'all Eagle stuff, and this will be the last Eagle thing. I heard that the Eagles got guys, rugby coaches, to come in and try to figure out what would they do to try to stop this, right? So they can get the insight, before other teams will do. The guy told him, Nick Sirianni, he said, dude, there's basically no way you can stop it. It's not. Like basically, and he basically said it's not the play, it's the people, and when you got so many people moving in one direction, that powerful, together. Strong,
and they stay
and they're all together, you can't stop that momentum,
right?
Like you really can't stop. You really have to either like try to get over the top to get Hurts and like crazy timing, but even then, that's why it's 92% of the time, man. But. Again, guys, so the brotherly love play, we think it's legal. It's here to stay. It ain't going nowhere. But talking about brotherly love.
If you don't like it, stop it.
Talking about brotherly love, man, I need you to tell me about what's going on next door with the Pittsburgh Steelers, man.
So the Steelers got the win, so at least, we're gonna start with the positive.
Mm-hmm.
So 2-1 record. Not bad. First place in the division, I guess. I'm always going to keep it real. And even though we won the game, we didn't execute or play like they were supposed to play. A lot of mistakes. And the same way that it was the first test for the Buccaneers. And now we saw the real Buccaneers. We were not impressed before. We were just thinking like, okay, let's see what they have. And then they faced a real team,
Eagles,
and they they disappeared almost. They had some good plays, but they didn't look like
for the most of the game
they didn't look good at all. So the Raiders, you know what I've been saying about the Raiders. There's like the Raiders, the Jets, and the Bills in the same tier. The Jets, well, after their season-ending tragedy, things change. But the Bills. We'll talk about the Bills at some point.
That's why I'm laughing because
my point is, the Raiders. We don't expect a lot from them, other than like we talk about Adams, of course, who's a baller, and we're coming from a win against the Browns that gave us the game over and over and over. So not impressed with that win. They look better this game. What do you think?
So, in my opinion, I would say the biggest thing I've seen with you guys, the issue is the run game. You guys are bottom 3 in how many yards you've accumulated for the season so far.
Right, and Harry's supposed to be a decent runner. I don't know. I don't
know what's going on, man.
I don't know what happened.
You guys who did you guys just sign? No, you guys didn't take an Eagles player. No, you did. You took an Eagles player in the offseason. You took one of our guards, I believe.
Yes, O-line, yes.
Yeah, so the fact that you guys got somebody of that caliber, I would have thought maybe O-line would be a little bit, but I'm not sure what's going on.
That's going to take time. In any situation, that's always like the biggest question is like O-line chemistry and how they play together. So at some point, hopefully things get better. But play calling, it's always so suspect. First drive of the game, we have a 3rd and 1, and what play are we going to run? 3rd and 1. And then you have playmakers on the outside, and you have running backs, right? Because Warren he looks like a pretty good running back.
Yeah.
So hopefully that combination can be productive. But if not, Warren and Warren can block. He can pick up blitz. So I really, really respect that, and he can also catch from the backfield. But running and blocking, he's solid. Warren, I like him. So it's kind of remind me of these players that New England used to have, that they can do it all from the backfield. They can run and catch and screen pass. They can protect. But in that 3rd one, right? What are we gonna run? First drive, so important, bro. First drive. What are we gonna do? We run a fullback dive. That the fullback has to go from the right side across from the center, like across the line. And what happens? We get stopped. You feel me? Like, who calls a fullback dive the first drive of the 3rd game? Like, bro,
as
dumb.
As a coach that you've been before, this is probably an obvious answer, but what would you have called?
Well, I would call maybe a fullback dive if I have like a top 3 fullback in the league. Bro, 83.
I don't even know if there's 3 fullbacks in the league. I don't even know if that's a position we've.
You know what I'm saying? So
there's not many.
You only run it, bro. The same thing as the quarterback sneak. If you have the best players to run it, you run it. If you don't have the best players, you're not gonna run it. And here's the thing, bro. 3rd and 1. So what is the defensive line is gonna do? They're gonna stack the middle, bro. This is like so. It's basic stuff.
It is.
It's basic stuff. This guy is messing up, and it's like everybody can see it. It's weird. They've been calling for his head for a minute though, and you know, the winning games or execution by the players doesn't mean that it was a good freaking play that they called, bro. It's weird. That's why I sometimes say that Tomlin, maybe he has nothing to do with it, but Tomlin, he's messing up because his people is messing up. You know what I'm saying? So something has to change. So my point is, your play calling so dumb. So they're gonna stack the middle, or the big linemen are right in the middle. So you got the fullback going from the right side across, bro. Somebody messed up. But since the offensive coordinator is always messing up, I'm gonna blame him. The play, it looked like they were dumb players out there, bro. Like we lost yardage. 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1. So what do you got to do? You got to punt.
I think
I'm gonna bring you the punchline in a second. Go ahead.
I feel like, you know what's gonna solve you guys. I feel if you guys can trade for Jonathan Taylor, you know why? That would fix your run game. If you notice with the Eagles, if you have a run game, it opens up everything else,
bro.
Right? And like I said, you guys are bottom 3, but let's
being too optimistic. But I like that. You're being positive and optimistic.
Let's shine on the only thing on your team where I feel like you can hold your pride on it and hang your hat on. That's the defense. You guys know you lead the league in sacks right now, right?
Right.
You guys are tied with the Lions for with 13 each.
But we're supposed to, because one player, and this is how you play this game.
Hightower is pretty good. Or is it Hightower? I believe his last name. Hightower. I'm not sure which one his last. 56. Number 56.
Yeah. But I'm not saying that what is the only one, but having one dominant player like that, you need a dominant player on the D line, a dominant player as a linebacker, and a dominant D-back. If you have a dominant playmaker in all 3 levels, you're good. There's no way you're gonna have like 3, 4, 5, 6 impact players on defense.
Yeah, you got Minka though. I say he's a top safety.
That's what I'm saying.
You got
if you have that,
TJ,
right? So when you have a defense like that, and you have Watt, you're supposed to be like that. But what I was gonna say about the 3rd and 1 call, right? 3rd and 1 call. And fullback dive, dumbest fullback dive I've seen in a minute. But then when the 49ers, when the Raiders have the ball, they get into a 4th and inches. So what are you expecting? We 4th and 1, right? So we expect, a run or something like that. No, they go play action. Right? Throw it, right? And then
drops.
And No. That's the touchdown.
Oh, that's the touchdown play.
That's the touchdown.
But
so they are playing man, right? And of course, the cornerback gets beat, right? So it's Adams against a beat cornerback. And then here's the thing: Patrick Peterson, he's on the other side, and he sees the play coming because he's covering like a slant. So he see when this guy is wide open. He's like, oh, he's going to throw it to him because he's wide open. Like everybody knows. So he goes full speed to go try to help his boy who's beat. And then he sees that the guy is inside, bro. You guys are going to understand what I'm saying. He's coming. He looks at the play, right? Here's the ball, right? So he's looking at the play, and the guy is here. Adams is here. And he's looking at him like this. Like he's here. And then instead of turning like this to get the ball, he turns like that. The other way. And then the ball lands here. And he scored a touchdown. I never seen something like this because he's a professional player, bro. I'm gonna try to explain it to you. Like he knows that Adams is here. He could have get the interception. He could have looked great. But what, bro? What's up? Like, are you like? Was it the lights? So he knows that he's here and he's running like this, right? So all you gotta do is this. If you're gonna look up for the ball, you're looking for the ball. Touchdown. No, he went like this. Adams is here and he went like, and then when he turns like that,
that's embarrassing.
Bro, I'm trying to tell you, that would have been a pick.
Yeah.
So, once again, the defense is winning games. The defense is looking dumb as hell sometimes. The D-backs, I cannot trust him, other than, of course, Fitzpatrick, who's, he's always been a bowler. But sometimes I see some things that it's like, tweaking.
Yeah, I mean, but hey, all I can say is, at the end of the day, I'd rather see the weaknesses of my team and we still walk out with a dub.
And that's something about the Eagles, though. Regardless of what people are saying, they haven't played their best game, bro. They're far from playing a great game overall. I'm not talking. I'm not saying that they haven't played good, but they're still another level that they can go, or they should go. So let's see what happens. For the Raiders, so Adams, he's a monster. Crosby, he's a monster. Other than that, they don't have anything.
Yeah. Nah, I mean, I agree. And Crosby and Adams both, they were very vocal today. I seen a report that said that they don't want McDaniels in. They want McDaniels out. They want him out. Like, they don't want him there.
Really?
Yeah, they're not happy. It's crazy.
Hey, get him out.
But speaking real quick, man, I wanted to give a shout out to some of these comments. I asked on our Steagles page, Baker Mayfield was 1-0 versus the Eagles before he played the Eagles, right? He was 22. He won 22-17 when he was with the Browns versus the Eagles back in 2020. So I wanted to know what you guys thought he was going to do. My man over here said he was going to do 2 interceptions. He had 1. I said he was going to do 34-14 loss. It was 25-11, so, I was a little off on that. Wayne Spence said 2 interceptions and a fumble loss. Wayne. It's crazy because he had 1 interception and 2 fumbles lost. He recovered. Right. The team recovered the other one, but we recovered 1. So that was pretty good. So, Wayne, you was pretty close. You were just backwards, bro. And, yeah, man, and I comment on there. I said, damn, he had 1 interception, 2 fumbles. But, yeah, man, I appreciate y'all commenting. And, we're going to do our best to get our comments out there to you guys. A couple more we had was from Frank. He said the Dolphins destroying the Broncos D. It wasn't just embarrassing. It was just sad. The Bears and the Broncos could be the worst teams battling for the number 1 pick. I believe that. Right. Caleb from USC, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Teams are going to want to get him, bro. Yeah. I guarantee. If you don't watch college football, you better start watching. Angel said the Dolphins running up the score, but won't kick a field goal to break the NFL single game scoring record at the end of the game, which was 72 that I mentioned earlier. Right. So what would you have done?
I would have. It's already embarrassing. It's already like unnecessary. It's like I wouldn't even try to score it at all. I don't care about that record. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You know what I care? About winning.
That's true.
I care about winning and winning
but they were
the game that matters.
They won 50 points ago. So at that point they had won already. 50. Bro, they took out their starters when they were up 29.
Now,
bro.
Do you think it was personal, like that personal?
I think it was because you know that they turned down. Did you know that what's his name from Mike? Is it Mike McDaniels? What's his name from the coach?
Mike. Yeah.
Yeah. He used to be a ball boy in Denver, right?
For the Broncos.
And at some point, he tried to get an interview for the head coaching job, and they denied him They didn't even let him interview.
Right.
So I feel like maybe some of that had to do, but then again, I don't think it matter what. Well, I do. Let me not disrespect him. He's a great coach, offensive-minded coach. But I feel like with those players, bro, when you got 2 on one side and those fast running backs, like obviously game plan is one thing, but you need players to execute. I feel like them players did their thing.
Oh hell yeah, yeah! It's not on him.
Sure.
It's not on him. It's never on one person or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5.
It's the whole team
or 6. Listen, but here's the thing. If it was personal and he did that, good for him and whatever. But bro, what goes around
comes around.
So I think you got to be smarter.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why he didn't kick the field goal.
I think karma served a lot of people that day. It served the Broncos for not giving him the opportunity to get an interview.
I know where you're going.
It served what you brought earlier. It served the shit talking that Sean Payton was doing to Nathaniel Hackett. So it was a full, go around.
That's how it worked.
At the end of the day. One more comment, man. Appreciate you, Leonard Root, man. The second time comment on here. Dallas Cowboys are frauds. Can't stop the run. Stephon Gilmore can't cover speedy receivers. And Dallas has red zone issues still. Looks like Miami could be a legit contender. Lots of firepower. I agree. Jacksonville Jags suck. I think they'll turn it around at some point. I feel, man. Doug Peterson, man, he won a Super Bowl with the Eagles. I got to give him a chance, bro. It's the offensive play calling that's killing the team. Yeah, I wonder who's the one call. I wonder if Doug is the play caller. That's some of his thoughts. So, yeah, man. Real quick, though, we can't just skip over to this Dallas game because I completely forgot. I told you I wanted to start off the podcast when they lost. I was like, how about them Cowboys, man?
Said that.
For real. How about them Cowboys? Y'all at that stage, right?
We can start all over.
Right.
So you can
y'all was talking all that smack when y'all blew out 2 bad teams. Y'all thought y'all was this shit. And what happened? Y'all lost to the Cardinals.
I said that they haven't play anybody. And then when we were talking about the top 3 teams last week, I said some of these teams that have a good record, they haven't, their record don't reflect how good they are.
Yeah.
So, and the Cowboys was one of them.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, I thought the Cardinals were tanking. So I don't know.
I thought so too, because
I don't know how you go from tanking to beating the Cowboys though. Like that's embarrassing.
I remember I was saying that supposedly they gave the game to they played good, but then they had to find a way to lose the game to the Giants so that they can still be losers, right? That's what I thought. That game when they lost to the Giants, because that was a crazy game. They were up 20 something, then the Giants came back out of nowhere and won that game.
Right.
But yeah, man. So Dallas, you suck. Nothing new. Dak Prescott, y'all will never win a Super Bowl with Dak Prescott. I'm telling you right now. Yeah. If you have a problem, come on my podcast, pause, and then you can, or call in the podcast, and you can tell us how you feel.
He's decent.
Bro.
He's just not great, but he's decent.
Yeah.
All right. So what's up with these other games though? So we had the Giants.
Giants.
Anything else though?
Yeah.
With these people.
So yeah, there was a comment, but we'll read this comment when it gets to that team.
So we got the Giants and the 49ers. So we knew that what was gonna happen, right?
Oh yeah.
So we were right on that. How about the Falcons and the Lions?
Falcons, Lions. I was a little surprised, but then now that I'm looking at it, I'm not. The Lions look good, dude.
Right.
The Lions look good on passing the ball. They're like top 3 in rushing and passing the ball, bro. They are doing their thing.
And the Falcons, that was the first game against a decent opponent.
True.
I feel like so that's
Falcons are young too. Falcons are real young.
Yeah. Yeah, so we had the Chargers and the Vikings. Who do you call for that game?
Man, so that goes to these comments, bro.
You had the Vikings?
I think I said the Vikes. I think I said the Vikes,
and I
bro.
said the Chargers only because Herbert's supposed to be really great.
Yeah.
And they got a lot of weapons. So I said, at some point you have to win. Yeah. So he did. He did. Maybe that's going to be the last game they're going to win in a minute. But
would you not say that?
The Vikings are trash. Yeah, well, let's go.
Okay, then you don't agree with what I was about to say. I was about to tell you, which 0-3 team did you think shouldn't be 0-3? They don't look like an 0-3 team. I would have said, that the Kirk Cousins putting up numbers, right? He's got over 1,000 yards throwing already. He's getting that ball out there.
What's their record?
So
that's what
my
boy Matt White said, right?
Yeah, he said Vikings don't seem like an 0-3 team. When I watch them, but Cousins can be the new Romo. Bears and Broncos should just merge teams because they're trash. I agree.
Yeah, but
100%. I agree.
The Vikings, they like we said, they have Jefferson, and he still had 200 yards against you guys. So if you limit that or if you stop that, they have nothing else. So the Vikings.
Well, I don't even think you got to stop that. You can still let Jefferson eat and they still lose the game.
Right. But I'm saying to make the game out of reach.
They're probably their worst rushing team or the top last. They were down there with y'all with the Steelers when I saw the Vikings were down there. Yeah.
You know who they're missing.
Mm-hmm. Looks dumb now, huh? They let him go.
So what else? What do you got? Saints and the Packers. You call the Saints, right? And I said the Packers because
they won by field goal. The Saints should have lost that game, bro.
Right. And then I was like, you mentioned something, and then I was like, so are the Packers for real? And we saw what happened.
Nah,
so we're not gonna talk about that.
Yeah.
So they beat the Saints, but then they look like
suspect.
Trash.
Yeah, it looks suspect.
Texans, Jaguars. Texans.
This is the problem. This is why they're saying they look trash. 37-17. What the hell?
Yo, 37-17.
CJ Stroud looked nice, bro. He looked like he should have been the number 1 pick and not Bryce Young.
Damn.
Bryce Young got benched, right? Andy Dalton is playing.
No, I thought he was hurt.
I don't know if he was hurt.
Yo,
I think he got benched. Double check. Let me check my sources. Make sure I'm 100% correct.
I thought he was even though he's 5'3", I thought he was the highest prospect that we had since Peyton Manning or something like that. No, the quarterback of the Jaguars, Lawrence. They used to say he was like Andrew Luck.
I don't see anything about no injuries, bro. It says he's active.
Oh,
injuries. Let's check.
Hey, prayers up. But anyways,
yeah, I don't see anything on him, bro.
Yeah, the Jaguars. A lot of people were saying Jaguars and Lions were gonna be the teams that are gonna do a lot better than last year, right? And the Lions looking decent.
The Lions are number 1 in their division.
They're looking good. And the Jaguars, I think they're falling off. Like you said, hopefully they bounce back. But yeah, the Broncos and Dolphins. Did we talk about that?
Broncos and Dolphins? Yeah, we don't even got to talk about that
game. Trash. Come on, stop. Yo, that was weird.
Basura.
That's weird. Come on, you gotta do better.
Broncos are horrible, man.
Yeah. So what's up? The Titans and the Browns. I was wrong on that one. I called the Titans. I never called I never called the Titans ever. I'm gonna call them because they're gonna play the Browns, and the Browns look like garbage.
Hold on. They look like garbage, but you know how to hold receipts. I do too. I remember one episode you said, and I'm bringing you to court right now. You better testify. You said the Browns are gonna be what the Bengals are supposed to be this year, like what they were supposed to be. And what were they supposed to be? What were they last year? They were AFC contenders, right, for the champ.
Yes.
So you were giving the Browns that kind of credit
because of the talent they have.
Okay.
Because of the talent they have, they were supposed to. But losing Chubb, things I don't think you can recover from that.
Hold on. I understand Chubb.
And that day, and when I said that, it was before they played the Steelers. And once again, the Steelers were so bad that game that the Browns losing to the Steelers, it disappointed me though. And like, because I know they're talented. And they're stacked roster. But I don't think, but I still think they're gonna be better than the Bengals. That's what really matters.
That does matter. But the expectations of what I thought, because I was thinking about it, I was like, that's a hot take now, man. That's crazy.
Now, the Browns bounce back. They definitely bounce back. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
What are they 2-1 now?
Yeah, they are 2-1.
Because they lost to you guys. I think they won their first game.
Right.
Who did they play their first game? They played the Ravens? No, I can't remember. I got to look that up now. I got to make sure I got this 100%. But yeah, so who leads that division? That's a good question.
The Steelers. Thank you for reminding us about time.
All right, here we go with this shit again.
But anyways,
ooh, that's a good. No, you know what? That's the game that's happening this Sunday. The Ravens and the Browns.
That's coming up.
Yeah.
All right. So
is there any other games you want to recap? Because I'm ready to look at next week's games.
Well, yeah, I got to talk about these Bills.
How can we forget about the Bills? They played all right.
The Commanders,
which we play this week.
Commanders lost 37-3. Commanders, come on, 3 points.
They were undefeated. They were undefeated.
Not anymore. 3 points. You always talk about your boy. What's your boy's name? The quarterback.
Who you talking about?
The Commanders quarterback. You
Sam Howell. Sam Howell. Yes, sir.
Say, what do you know about? Yeah, that's
I hope he plays just like that versus us this week because we're gonna have. They had 9 sacks. The Bills had 9 sacks. You know, we had 9 sacks last year against Carson Wentz and the Commanders. That's a crazy number. Yeah, we had 9 sacks last year versus
9
them.
Sacks is wild.
Yeah, and that's then dumb. Now the Bills got 9 sacks on Sam Howell. So hopefully we do worse. I mean better. Sorry.
I picked the Titans.
Do worse to them.
Right. So the Titans and I picked the Titans and the Commanders to win, which I never ever picked before in my life.
And they let you down. So what lesson did you learn?
Never to pick these fools again, though. They trash. Officially trash.
Either that or don't bet against the Bills.
Colts and Ravens. I was wrong on this one, but I was happy as hell. I was wrong on this one.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to say it proud. Yeah, I picked the Ravens. I picked the Ravens to beat the Colts. Without their starting quarterback.
You know what's crazy? I picked the Colts out of despite to my friend.
Bro, I know. You don't have to tell me. I know. And I was like, yo, I don't know about that.
I look like a genius now. Him. I look like a genius.
Yeah. And I'm happy that that it worked out for you. Good job. So the Ravens lost. Come on, Ravens. I got you like
they could have been 3-0 right now. They could have been 3-0.
I thought Lamar was gonna be like in the MVP race and stuff like that. You got a lot of work to do, bro.
He don't look nowhere near an MVP right now.
Come on. We'll find out. Oh, the game of the week. Game of the week. The Patriots. Kevin, stand up. Patriots. 15 Jets.
Hold on, buddy. Hold your horses.
10 points for the Jets.
Shout out to the Huddle Podcast. You know, the Jets, they need to change their thing. Instead of saying Jets,
right.
Jet, they need to do DONE. Done. Shout out to the Huddle Podcast, bro, because the Jets are horrible. The fact that the Patriots could only score 15 points on them is ridiculous. And you know the Jets the last 2 weeks they scored an average of 10 points. They haven't scored more than 10 points. Either way,
10 points is better than the Commanders.
That win don't look good. That win should have been 20-10. That win should have been 18-10 or something. It should have been not 15-10.
Well, the only thing that matters is
the win. You're right.
Kevin, 1-2.
Hey Kev, you got a true test. Who do you play this week, Kev? The Cowboys. No,
this guy's better and better.
Patriots play the Cowboys this week. Yeah,
I know who you picked for that.
No. I'm picking the rest, bro.
Yo, on to the next one. So the Panthers and Seahawks. Seahawks won that game, so they're 2-1 now, right?
That's a boring
Bears
game.
and Chiefs. We said that Bears. I said that they might win one game this season, maybe one.
That was another boring game.
And I thought the Cardinals were not gonna win any game, but I was wrong. They beat the Cowboys last week. If you didn't know, I just had to throw it out.
The best game of the wasn't the best. The best thing of that Bears Chiefs game was that Taylor Swift was there. That was the best thing that was happening.
That changed the whole world.
For real.
Everybody's talking about it. Like, bro, like Jesus Christ came back. Y'all crazy.
Yeah, that was wild, bro.
Let it go.
Too
Anyways, the last game was the Rams and the Bengals, and I picked the Bengals. I'm sorry, I picked the Rams because I never picked the Bengals. I picked the Rams to win, and I was wrong. The Bengals finally won a game.
Yeah, and Burrow forced himself into the game. He wasn't 100%. He said,
Right.
"I can't go on 3. I have to come in. The chances of me getting hurt was probably lower than him going, or the chances of him going 0-3 were higher than him getting hurt. I think that was his mindset. You don't want to go 0-3.
Good for them. Good for them. But like I said, I don't expect them to do big things. So
Somebody called it they were going to win by 3. I can't remember who it was. Somebody on there commented. But talking about that, man, we might as well just use that to segue into week number 4 games. I'm excited, bro. 4,
Let's get it.
week number 4, and it's here. We got Falcons, Jaguars. Who you got? This is the London game, too. They're playing in London.
I'm gonna go with the okay, 2-1 and 1-2. I'm gonna go with the Jaguars. But the Falcons, they scored 6 points. Who did they play? The Lions.
I got the Falcons.
For real.
I want to give a chance to the Jags, but
No, I'm gonna go with the Jaguars. Yep, they are not real. They are not real.
All right, next up we got the Dolphins and the Bills at the Bills.
This is a decent game.
This is probably the best game of the week.
I'm gonna go with the Dolphins. Yeah, I think that the Dolphins can be beat. I don't think the Bills.
They lost to the Bills yesterday. Not yesterday. Last year by 3 points at the Bills. So we'll see. I'm gonna pick the Bills on this one. I want to see the Dolphins not be undefeated. Or I would love if the 49ers and the Dolphins remain undefeated until they face the Eagles, and then the Eagles took all 3 of us stayed undefeated until we saw each other, and then Eagles took both of them down. That'd be great. But Bills beating them would be the best. I got Bills. Yeah.
I'm going with the Dolphins.
You got Vikings, Panthers, 0-3, 0-3. Oh, this is another game of Battle of the Garbage.
Wow.
Vikings, Panthers, and then Broncos, Bears. That's funny. 2 Battle of the Garbages going on.
I'm gonna
here.
go with the Vikings.
Vikings, and then
who do you got?
I don't even know because they got Andy Dalton starting over there with the Panthers. They got Miles Sanders.
This is bad.
I don't even know.
If you're playing the Panthers,
if you had a parlay, you'd be fucked right now. You wouldn't know who.
If you're playing the Panthers and you don't know if you're gonna win, bro, move on to. You don't have to. I'll give you a pass.
All right.
Whoever wins, you pick that.
Whoever. Yeah, I really don't know. Same thing with the Broncos, Bears. Honestly, I think I picked one though. I picked the Bears. I think the Bears are gonna beat the Broncos.
I said they're gonna win one game. No, they cannot.
They only won 3 games last year. You know that, right? The Bears only won 3 games last year, I think.
Nah, but for real, who you think is gonna win though? For real.
The Bears.
I'm gonna go with the Broncos.
All right, and whoever loses next episode, they gotta wear that jersey. I'm just kidding. Nah, I'm just kidding. I don't even know where to find a Bears or Broncos jersey. Ravens, Browns. Ooh, that's a good game at Browns Stadium.
I'm gonna go with the Ravens.
I'm gonna go with the Browns.
Bet.
We'll have to face off next week on that. Steelers, Texans. And them Texans are hot, man. I'm just kidding.
Bro, if you lose to the Texans, it doesn't matter. You trash. I don't care.
They better win. They better win this game.
I'm not saying you trash if you lose to them. Like, you're not a contender. You're not a contender if you lose to the Texans.
They just put up 34, so they better be ready. Rams, Colts. Colts are 2-1. Rams are 1-2.
Wow. So Richardson, right? That's the quarterback. He's gonna play. Pretty sure.
Is he? I thought Minshew was still. I mean, he might. Was he hurt?
I think he's playing. Who you got?
Colts.
I'm gonna go with the Colts. Yeah, I saw the Rams playing. They suck.
Bucks, Saints. I got Saints. I think the Saints defense is like that. I mean, the Bucks defense is okay too, but I think the Saints defense is better. And they got hold on, Derek Carr. He got hurt last week. I don't think he's playing this week. Derek Carr, he got hurt.
Is he gonna play?
I don't know.
Well, I'm gonna go with the Bucks just in case.
That's a good question.
They're gonna bounce back.
I'm gonna go Saints. Commanders, Eagles. Let's go, Birds. You know what time it is. I think Eagles. You know what I'm saying? There's no other option there. You might as well don't even tell me who the team is. I'm picking the Eagles. Bengals, Titans.
So the Titans scored 3 points. Like, what happened?
Bengals.
Henry had 9 yards or something like that. I don't know. I just made that up. But bro, 3 points.
I think.
And who do they play?
Well,
they played the Browns. They got destroyed, yo.
Yeah, I think the Bengals gonna handle that, and I think the Bengals are gonna go on a 4-win streak right now. I think they're gonna be 4-2 by week 6. We're gonna look back and they're gonna be 4-2, and you're gonna be like, damn, they didn't. You're not even think about that. Them 0-2, the 2 losses. You're not gonna even think about it. They're gonna be 4-2 by week 6. I'll tell you right now.
Do I want to be right or do I want the Bengals to lose? I want the Bengals to lose.
It's just like the Cowboys and the Eagles.
So I'm gonna go with the Titans.
There you go. We'll see. We'll face off next week. I'm keeping receipts. Raiders, Chargers.
Chargers.
Yeah, because Raiders is a turmoil right now over there. Yeah, Chargers. I'll put that up there. Chargers. Patriots, Cowboys. Ooh, I want the Patriots to win. You know why? Because they signed the Cowboys dropped their third string
Zeke,
and they Zeke. So they dropped Zeke and the third string Will Greer, and they both signed with the Patriots.
What at Dallas?
So I'm picking Patriots.
Okay, I know what you want. Do you think they have a chance? Real talk. Patriots. Do you think they have a chance?
Oh yeah, you seen that defense last week? I think Zeke can rush the ball a little bit. I think we can get that. And Mac Jones been slinging the ball. They just haven't been completed, man. But he's been slinging that ball.
It's the lack of weapons, bro. That's like you got to make up for that. How are you gonna make up for that? What do you have to make up for that?
You know what
Your
I can count on?
defense has to be like better than great.
You know what I can count on? On Dak Prescott throwing the pick if the game's close. So
yeah.
So with that being said,
that was almost funny, bro. Yo.
With that being
So
said,
who do you have?
Patriots. I got Patriots.
Kev, don't take it personal. But if it was home, but at Dallas after losing to the Cardinals, right? Like, nah. I think the Cowboys get this one.
I see what you're doing. Since I picked your rival, you're
Nah,
picking
nah.
this. I see what you're doing. I picked the Bengals. You're gonna pick the Cowboys. I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing.
You know.
Cardinals, 49ers.
Niners.
Yo, if the Cardinals beat the 49ers, bro, I'm gonna be sick. I will be sick to my stomach, but I'm gonna be happy.
Bro, I don't know. I
mean, it's any given Sunday, right? So football, anybody can beat anybody.
And I'm not gonna say anything because I know the Steelers can lose to any team.
That's a fact.
Every team, any and every team.
I got the Niners though.
Yes, me too.
Chiefs, Jets. I got the Chiefs.
Yep,
Not even
same here.
It'd be funny if the Jets beat them though. And Giants, Seahawks Monday night. Yeah, Seahawks.
All right, this is gonna be the last time that I'm gonna speak with my heart. Ralphie, stand up. I got you, Giants coming back.
There you go.
Alex, my boy Alex too, on my Giants fam.
Yeah, I mean it's not. I don't know, bro.
If not, you guys are gonna like probably just tank.
Did you know
for the rest of this season.
Saquon's probably not playing, right?
Oh,
he got an ankle issue.
So they don't have nobody.
So do you still have the Giants? Because Rafi, I don't know, man. I really don't know. Like I don't know.
Seahawks.
You got Seahawks.
Seahawks.
Yeah. All right, let's put it this way, Ralph. Let's do it this way. If Saquon plays, he's picking the Giants. If Saquon don't play, you got to pick the Seahawks. We're just being true to the game.
My record last week was 10-6. So you know what I'm saying? Like that's super average and super. So I gotta do better. But here's the thing. Here's the thing.
My record is.
After the 4th game, you know what time it is. By then, you really
you can see what the team is. Yeah,
a little bit, a lot better. Like right now, when we always say like it's early, it is early. Like teams are not ready. We have a lot of players that didn't play preseason. You know what I'm saying? So this is like the real test.
Yeah.
This is their preseason. So, but starting this week, they're supposed to see a lot better performance from a lot of.
I think we're gonna get that from Hurts. I think we're gonna have an MVP performance from Hurts. Maybe not MVP, but we're gonna get a really good performance from Hurts in this opinion. Throwing the ball wise, like
thing is with you guys, you guys have not played your best game. You guys have made mistakes, threw interceptions, like you know what I'm saying, and that's understandable for every team. But the other teams don't have the talent that you guys have.
Yeah.
So when you guys clean up your stuff, unfortunately for the Steelers.
Well, so far in this season, I think Hurts got I think it was 2 rushing touchdowns. 3 throwing touchdowns. He got 5 total touchdowns, and he's fumbled the ball once, and he threw 3 interceptions so far. So the numbers aren't spectacular.
Right.
But
you're still winning.
We're winning. We're winning.
You're still winning. That's what matters at the end of the day.
And we're not throwing interceptions or fumbling the ball when the game's on the line. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was in moments where we was able to recover and we had time. We're not doing it in the fourth quarter when we're down 12 and, you know, Cowboys, you know, it's just, so I don't pick the Cowboys.
And we talk about the, I don't know if we talk about the trash of the week, but yeah, let's talk about the trash of the week once again, because it wasn't the Steelers, so I'm glad for that. Yeah, so if you have to pick a trash of the week, I don't know if we talk about this. I don't remember, but who will you pick?
Oh, we did. Actually, we did talk about trash of the week.
I know we did. I was just playing. Come on,
yeah.
bro.
We did talk about trash of the week, and I didn't even know who to pick.
Broncos.
Yeah, Broncos, Bears. There's 2 trashes of the week. Vikings, Panthers, Broncos, Bears.
What was Russell saying? What was his theme?
Oh,
don't say it, though.
Broncos country.
No.
Let's ride. That was horrible, man. He's so focused on all that extra stuff that need to focus on football.
Wow. They were focusing on talking trash.
So there is one game we didn't talk about because we are recording on a Friday, you know, due to, you know, we're fathers, we got life, we got things we got to worry about that come first. But there was one game that happened on Thursday, yesterday, and that was the Lions-Packers. Lions beat the Packers 34-20. It was a whooping, in my opinion. From what I heard, the Lions looked dominant the whole game.
They did look dominant. And the Packers, like I said, I picked them to win the division. That's not gonna happen.
No, the Lions got that.
That is not gonna happen. I was expecting better from Love, a little bit better. I thought he was gonna be decent, but I don't think that he's there yet. No. And the team is not as solid as other years. So
and the other 2 teams are 0-3.
Right. They fell off. I mean, not fell off, but I don't think they're gonna do anything. The Lions look.
The Lions are it.
The Packers. Just when you are kicking field goals all the time, when you have a chance to score touchdowns, always gonna come back to 100.
Yeah.
And 20 points. It looks like a decent game. Nah, it was a bad game.
It was
a bad game.
But yeah, man. So
we talk about the last week. We talk about the top 3 teams. You told me out of nowhere, so what's the top 3 teams? Right?
Yeah.
So based on what you said last week. Based on what happened, what do you think now?
I still feel the same. You know why? Because those are the top 3 undefeated teams right now still.
Yeah, you're right. You're right about that. So
I
have the Chiefs, I have the Eagles, I have the Niners, and I think that those are solid teams.
I think that's going to be the list within the next couple of weeks. That'll be the list. But Dolphins are hot right now. And like I said, you don't want to peak too early. You don't want to look so good early in the first 4 or 5 games that when the 14, matters. 15, 16 games that might be in position for you to get a better position in the playoffs, or you don't want to be not playing your best football going into the playoffs. So for me, I feel like the Dolphins are going to cool down a little. They're probably still going to make the playoffs. They're going to cool down a little bit, and I think it's going to be Chiefs, Eagles, Niners.
Their first test is going to be this Sunday against the Bills. It's going to be a good game.
Yes,
I can't wait to see your boy Allen in a big time game.
Yeah,
because you know how I feel about him.
Oh yeah, for sure. And again, man, we're ready for football, man. This is week number 4 coming up, and as always, we're always looking forward to every single week, every game if possible, if it's interesting, because some of these games, like, I don't even know why I would even look at the scoreboard.
But the good thing is that there's always going to be Steelers games and Eagles games.
Of course.
That makes everything better.
Yeah, man. So that'll conclude our podcast for today, and we will be back next week. You guys know already what this is. This is the Steagles Podcast, where we talk about
all Steelers,
all Eagles,
all NFL.
Let's go, baby. See y'all next week.
Pass.